in.
We're in.
Can we dance this one in?
Dance this one in. Come on now.
Get that a little louder.
Put an A on that. Thank you to the live crowd. Thank you to the live crowd. You guys are awesome.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How you doing, Rand? How you doing?
Ty, I'm good. How's your day going? How's life been? I'm good to just sit down with you and talk. I feel like we haven't spoken one-on-one in a minute. Been having a lot of guests. Very thankful for it, by the way.
Yeah, very thankful for the guests.
Thankful for everything.
It's the season of being thankful. And
what's today's date?
Today it's all right. So we're shooting this November 1st, 2023. If you follow us on Instagram, you'll know we posted. We're doing a food drive, collecting non-perishable food items in preparation for Thanksgiving.
Yes, sir.
We want to feed those in need.
Yes, sir.
We hope no one goes hungry this Thanksgiving, and ultimately we hope no one goes hungry ever. That's obviously the end goal, but
yeah. So please donate.
Yeah, please donate.
Do some good. We just want to donate some food.
We got our donation box right here.
Yes, sir.
It's pretty small, pretty empty.
We need a bigger box.
We're gonna get a bigger box. Once this one gets full with donations,
we'll get more.
We're upgrading.
Yes, sir.
And
that's all dependent on you guys.
Right. I'm just real excited to see how much of a difference we can make
for sure
this Thanksgiving season.
There's some starving kids out there. We want to fill their hearts with joy.
Yeah, fill their stomachs. More importantly.
No, I think you said it, T. I think this is a great idea. T was the one that really introduced the idea to me, and I thought it was a great idea. So I'm glad we could do this. So.
And now we're gonna rock with it now.
Let's rock today.
Yes, sir.
Here go. Yes, sir. So, even if you don't want to donate to us, just donate to your local food pantry, anything around any charity. I think they're important.
Yeah,
causes.
Always try to do good.
Always.
Because
speaking of that, let's do good.
Yeah, let's do good.
The ambiance on this.
Settle the ambiance right now. It's the fall. It's November 1st. The food drive is kicking off.
Yes, sir. Put one here.
Yeah, there you go. Hey, get that in the camera.
Oh, might be.
No, you good.
And yeah, T-Bag, do you have any favorite charities? This is a good question. Any favorite charities? Anything you specifically like to donate to? I'll put this one right here.
Yeah, we'll do the double Cinco. So I actually ran 5K this past, I think it was in August.
Yes, sir.
And it was for the School on Wheels charity.
Awesome.
School on Wheels, Massachusetts. It's to support children dealing with homelessness, and to ultimately they have a backpack program where you sponsor a student, buy them a backpack, ton of utensils, everything they need for school, maybe some clothes, maybe some a little food, whatever you can to give. And that's really, I love that charity. The people there are great. Shout out Mal. Shout out everyone involved. It was awesome running that race for them. And will be volunteering November 9th. Shout out Granite Links Golf Course.
Shout out.
We're having a charity event, and me and my girlfriend will be volunteering for that. So yeah, check out School on Wheels Mass.
Check it out.
What about you, Ren?
For me, also I want to get back to that charity. That sounds really cool. For me, oh man, what do I pick? I think because I've donated blood quite a few times, so I gotta say the Red Cross is really doing some really great work.
Hey, there's no better gift you can give than blood. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
It's crazy how beneficial that is.
Definitely. For me, especially because I'm the universal donor. I think it's type O negative or
type
something.
O.
And so I'm able to give to everyone. So they always harass me. They hound me to get on down there.
You're the number one recruit.
I'm the number one recruit, so I try to do it as much as I can. I think it's important. Like you said, everyone needs blood.
Everyone needs blood. Very important. I would love to do that as well.
Yeah, I think the Red Cross, I've always had good experiences. There's only been one time that was a bad experience I had that it was my fault because I signed up for the wrong thing. So this is a funny story.
Was this the time I went with you?
You came with me, yes.
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
This was fucking insane. This was a crazy time. So
This was
yeah.
classic.
So Ty can speak on this because you waited in the car for like how long? Like an hour?
Yes.
Maybe like over an hour, probably.
Over an hour. But in reality, I should have just went in and donated blood, but I needed an appointment. I mean, that's another story.
I think there's like walk-ins. I mean, I forget what their screening is, but I bet they do the screening there. But yeah, I bet they do walk-ins.
Yeah. So
But
that was on me. But go on.
No, you're good. You're good. So pretty much, I thought I was just gonna do the casual, regular, donate a pint, whatever, stick
Eat,
you
eat
in
a
and out.
cookie, walk out.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Simple thing done before, easy peasy. It turns out I signed up for this thing called Power Red. Do you know what this is?
No.
All right, so Power Red it's a machine. So you're hooked up to a machine when you're donating blood. They take out more than a pint. So it's not like 2 pints because that would be too much. I think it's just like maybe a pint and a half or something.
Pint and some change.
It's pint and some change. So you're giving a lot of blood, more than usual. And
Okay.
while you're hooked up to this machine, while it's sucking the blood out of you, the blood is going into this machine, and this machine has like a filter inside of it that can filter your red blood cells with your like plasma and platelets, whatever else that they don't need, because you don't need that for blood. For blood, all you want is the red blood cells, to help you with surgeries and immune system, everything. Yeah, you just need the red blood cells, so they don't need anything else. And so after they're finished taking all the red blood cells out, you still have that plasma and water, whatever's left, right? So they inject that back into you.
Okay.
So it's like you're injected with one thing, but there's 2 tubes, and so it sucks out the blood and then injects the plasma back into you.
Oh shit.
And it takes forever. Like I literally almost passed out. Like it takes so long. I'm just sitting in this thing. It's fucking awful. But whatever. That was the only experience I had.
For a good cause though.
It was for a good cause. Yeah, it was fine. It was. What's crazy is when they shoot the plasma back into you, it like is cold.
You feel it?
Yeah, you feel it go back in, and it's such a woo. It's a weird feeling.
Ooh, give me the heebie-jeebies.
I felt it right now. Yeah. But yeah, like you said, it was for a good cause. It was just like a lot. And I mean, it's a good method because like you only need the red blood cells. So realistically, it's only like better to help whoever needs it. Yeah. But it is a long process, and it was just something I wasn't ready for. And yeah, Ty, what a trooper for waiting for me. Your dog.
Yeah, no. Like I said, that's on me for not hopping into the plasma.
Yeah, but I do fuck with the Red Cross. I think they do some good work there. I think it's super important, and I think it's important in general because a lot of charities some of them are kind of sketchy. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah, because like obviously Red Cross very reputable. Yeah. And people know who it is, what they're all about. But you just be careful who you give money to or who you're giving to.
Always be mindful.
Yeah, be mindful of that, but it's
it's the thought that counts too.
And end of the day, it's the thought that counts, and like the fact that you're giving to charity or trying to make a difference. That's the main goal. That's the best thing you could do.
Definitely.
But yeah, just be mindful. You'll be smart.
Yeah, I feel
like
you'll
find what's right for because everyone's got, like we said, like their favorite charity or one cause that they like to stand for.
Yeah, that too.
So if you find your cause, you're gonna be right where you need to be.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's just certain companies that are running these fundraisers or big like donation centers. I know there's been some times where like I said, it's sketchy. Like you don't know who's getting the money. So that's like a big topic that's been around a lot is like who are we really donating to?
Right.
Who's actually getting this money? Is this truly helping people? So like, yeah, just make sure like wherever you donate, you're fine. Like you said, it's reputable, it's accredited. That like, because I do believe that like people that work at charities should get paid. I mean, I don't know how the funding for that works, but I believe that like donations should be like somewhat regulated to the point where.
Yeah, like if you're volunteering your time and like giving your time to a charity.
You deserve something.
There's nothing wrong with, you know.
I appreciate the volunteering, but I think you deserve something. I think you're doing a great cause. I think people that, you know, work for like homeless shelters or like, you know, food stations, you know what I mean? I think those are such important, like the number one, like most important thing like you need.
Yeah.
So I would hope that those guys get paid because they're legit saving lives.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like how do they get funded? How does all this work? Because sometimes, you know, there's certain things where you hear certain things. I feel like I heard like one time the Jimmy Fund was kind of like, you know,
sketchy,
stealing money. Things were going bad behind the scenes, and I bet a lot of that goes on, like both through like corrupt workers, but like maybe like
whoever's
mafia
in charge
behind the scenes, like who knows? Yeah, like
who knows
what else is going like around controlling shit? Because I bet there's a lot of that goes around, like in The Sopranos, like how if you are a new business and you moved in the neighborhood, you know, they like because Tony ran the waste management stuff. He like say, hey, we'll take the trash out for you, and like it's just gonna cost you this much.
Yep.
And they say no, like we do it ourselves. Then he's like, no, like you need to. And they're like, no, we're good. And then he's like, all right, bet. And then like, you know, breaks their windows or, you know, gets someone off. Like no one will pick up their trash. Then they gotta pay. So it's like, maybe it's some sketchy shit going on like that. Who knows? That is some fiction, but it could be real. It could be real.
Yeah, like we said, just be mindful. You'll be smart. We know you're all smart. You know, you're listening to the Bice. You got to be smart.
Facts. But about your charity though, the one where you run the 5K, I feel like there's a lot of charities.
School on Wheels
that like also coincide with like a race or like an activity. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's not just here like donate this, donate that. It's like come out, like bring numbers. Like anyone can run, anyone can do this, anyone can do that. Like. I feel like I've seen it a lot where it's like racing or like bowling or like go to Fuddruckers do an activity and donate at the same time. And I think I love those types of
because
they're fun events.
They're fun. It's a great way to get people to come together for that cause. Because like with that event, it gives you power to what's it called? Advertise for the cause, and it gets like the people running like School on Wheels. I would have never known who they were if they weren't part of the race,
right?
And I would never have met the people face to face and said like, wow, these are like great people. Like I love what they're doing, love this cause. I really can get behind it. But yeah, without an event like that or any other event, I wouldn't know. So, yeah, if you guys see, you know, charity events around,
try it out.
Yeah, try to pop out.
Try them out.
Try them out, dude. You won't regret it. You're never going to regret giving back.
No, we've talked about this before. No one has ever gone broke from giving.
Never. Not one time.
And that's something that's always stood out to me. No one has ever gone broke from giving. Say it again. Say it 3 times. Put on a shirt. You know, all that stuff. It's important.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Look around, do some good. You know, I think that's what I really liked about high school, you know, with football. They, made you get some charity hours, some volunteer work hours.
Yeah.
And I liked that. You know, obviously, like, at the time, I was like, oh, I was, like, such a bitch. I need to get, like, these hours done. But, like, I liked that idea that they just wanted you to go do some good. Just, like,
right. They
show that, like, you're part of the community, wanting to do better, wanting to just... I don't think there's anything wrong with like teaching someone those good moral values.
Not at all. It's actually
it's one of the better things we did.
There's everything right about it. Everything. You know what I mean? Like
nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
Everyone's busy and you can still make the time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
People that bullshit you and say like, "Oh, I don't got the time." It's all excuses. Anyone that says that they don't have enough time, you don't want to be around that person. You don't want to be friends with that person because they're an energy vampire and they suck.
Suck that energy right out of the
Anyone that tells you, oh, I can't do this and gives you a lame-ass excuse means that they're a lame-ass human and we don't want to be around them.
Right.
That's how I look at it. Don't fuck with those haters.
I saw the short. You are the CEO of your life.
Main character of your life, yeah.
Main character, CEO.
You're the boss.
You're the boss. You fire and you hire whoever you want.
That's a good one. I've never seen that.
So if you're around an energy vampire, someone who's sucking the energy, someone who's always negative,
Get them out of here.
You don't want to be around that person.
No.
Because you become who you hang with.
Yeah, you're the sum of the 5 people you most hang out with, and like, yeah, that's a bad thing about energy vampires is like if you do hang around them enough because you feel like you need that presence in your life. Because some people become reliant on like certain friendships.
Others, yeah.
Yeah, they not even like.
Even if they're negative,
know,
especially
if
they're
they
negative.
know that it's bad because they feel like they just need friends or they need that camaraderie, and I'm against that. I think there's nothing wrong with being alone until you're finding people that you fuck with. But other than like, yeah, you becoming that, after a while it just becomes so draining out of you that you just aren't you anymore. You know what I mean?
Exactly. You turn into them. Like a part of you is them, and you're a negative person.
Yep.
And now you're spreading that negativity.
And you're exhausted, and life sucks because everyone around you is just feeding off your ass.
You're just.
We don't like that. We don't like that shit.
You're just. You're like a mirror image of that other negative person. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So yeah, you're the CEO. You're the boss. Take charge. And just. If someone is not serving you the right way, and you know who it is, and obviously it's never going
to fire their ass.
It's probably not going to be an easy situation.
No,
but
it never is.
Never is. But if you're on the path to, bettering yourself,
you got to make the harsh decisions.
Right.
Yeah.
Well worth it. It's well worth it.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not even like if you're cutting people off, it's not even out of like, it should be more out of love than anything else. It's to say like, hey, like, I just need better out of me, and you need better out of you, and like, I'm gonna let you go do that. I'm letting me go do that right now. It's just not working.
Right,
and that goes like for relationships. It goes for friendships. It goes for literally anything.
Right,
Jobs,
and it doesn't have to be forever.
No.
It could be you guys take some time apart.
Yes, sir.
You guys both
get right.
Become positive. You get right.
Yep.
Then you come back and maybe you collab.
And then you get right.
Maybe you start your own podcast. Start your own charity.
Get right. Get right. Get right.
Get right. Get right. Get right. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people out there that like we talked about this a lot, like all the time. That not a lot of people are out there cheerleading. A lot of people are actually like super envious of like people's success. Like.
Yep.
People will kind of like fake clap for you when good things happen for you, because like a lot of people are just like so upset with themselves that they're like, oh man, like I can't believe they're doing this and doing that and I'm not. Like
they take it out on people who are doing it.
Yeah, that's like a bad way to live. You want you want to be happy for people. You want to genuinely want the best for people. I don't know like why you wouldn't. I know like some people, like I said, they get jealous, they get envious. But like,
it's only human. Jealousy is a human emotion.
You should want everyone to fucking kill. You should want everyone on this planet to fucking do well and succeed, because like
everyone eats.
That's what I want. Everyone eats. That's what we all want. That's all anyone should ever want. And I don't like that people have the idea that like they need to like it's like a race. It's not. Like we just talked about the other day that like no one starts at all at the same spot in life.
Nope.
No one ever, not once. Everyone starts different places. Everyone goes through different things.
Right. Because some people's path is different.
Everyone's path is different. Like, look at this. Like, Paris Hilton was dealt double aces.
Double aces.
What if some people are dealt
double jokers?
A 2 and a 3. You know what I mean? If you got a 2 and a 3, like, what the fuck?
It's a bad hand.
It's a bad hand. You know what I mean? So like some people start differently. You know what I mean? It's just we got to be like cognizant of that. A lot of people don't know that. Or, like, not even know that. They just, like, don't see that.
Right. They don't realize, like, it's not, like you said, it's not a race. It's not who can, make the most money before they die. It's not any of that.
Yeah, and it's not like, oh, I got to one-up this person and do better. It's not a competition. Let's all fucking eat.
The only competition is with yourself.
Exactly.
Like, how can I be better than yesterday? How
Man
can
in
I
the
be
mirror shit?
Exactly.
Shouts Michael Jackson, dude.
Yeah, big shouts to Michael Jackson. Put a C on that.
I think Michael Jackson actually just won. I think they did like a publicity poll or like who was like the true king of pop. So they had like a array of singers. I forgot all of them, but it was like the main big people were like Prince, MJ, Elton, I don't know, like Bruno Mars.
The Weeknd, is he up there? Maybe not.
The Weeknd could be up there, but I don't know. Is Weeknd pop or is he like? I don't know, because Weeknd's kind of like hip hoppy, rap, trap. Yeah. Like, I mean, he does it all. He's like genreless, but like.
For sure.
Hold on, let me find this shit right now. Also, everyone keeps posting their Halloween photos, some cool ass costumes. Let us know what you guys dressed up as.
Yeah, let us know what you dress up as.
Ty, what were you?
I dressed up as, I was Alfredo Linguini from
Yes. You
from
were
Ratatouille.
Linguini from Ratatouille. And your shoddy was Remy, Bucks of Plenty.
Remy Bucks of Plenty.
Yes, sir.
And we pulled it off. You know, I had the chef's hat, the wooden spoon, apron, black pants.
He actually
button-up
brought
shirt.
sauce.
Yeah, I had a sauce stain on the apron.
He was really
But it was really kind of like a blood stain because Halloween, scary, you know what I mean?
Those both work.
So, yeah, it worked. It worked well. And what were you yourself, my friend? What were you yourself?
I was a couple things. You know, I had a couple parties to go to.
Popular guy.
No. Just showing love. You know, showing love to everyone. I appreciate
everyone.
I appreciate everyone having me. If you had me at your party, we had a good time. That's a fact. So I was Mermaid Man for one of them.
That was legendary.
And I had a barnacle boy, and we reenacted the picture of them in the invisible boatmobile.
Hell yeah!
And it was.
That was a great picture.
What I really wanted to do, we didn't get to do it, but like obviously everyone knows, like you just jump in the air and you take a picture of you riding the invisible boatmobile.
Yeah.
I really wanted to go to a gas station, and like have like Jancy like pump it up.
Yeah.
Jancy was my barnacle boy. Shouts Jancy.
Big shouts, Jancy.
Have him like pretend to like
pump gas
while I'm like sitting in
the
invisible boatmobile.
That would have been sweet.
We didn't have the facilities to do that.
Next year.
Maybe next year. We'll see. I like to always change it up a little different.
Yeah, well, there's an idea for you guys, you listeners.
There's an idea. And then my next costume was Lilo and Stitch.
Okay.
I was Lilo and my boy Merrick was Stitch. So
yeah.
it was a fun. I like doing the dual costumes. They're fun.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't wear the same costume back-to-back nights, you know, you got to switch it up.
You got to switch it up. I'm a holiday respecter. Especially Halloween.
Absolutely.
You know, I like to partake. Speaking of which, did you leave candy out?
Yeah, so...
Did you help donate some yandy to the youth?
Yeah, to the youth. We left some candy out. 2 buckets. Both were empty. So, and I don't think anyone took it all. You know, you kids will walk up, dump the whole bucket. No, it was take 1, take 2, take a few. Respectful. So we'll take
if you want to take the whole bowl, take the whole bowl. Just don't take the bowl. You know.
Yeah, as long as you leave the bowl.
But yeah, I didn't have any trick or treaters. I feel like Halloween is kind of like a forgotten holiday. Not a forgotten holiday. It's like a meh holiday.
It's all about perspective to me because when you're a kid,
it's very dangerous. Like the growth of it has been very dangerous. Would you say?
What do you mean?
Like people poisoning the candies or putting shit in candy and like abducting kids.
And there've always been stories since we were kids about that.
But I just feel like Halloween is one of those holidays where that like occurs the most. You know what I mean? It's a day for tricks or treats. You know what I mean? I don't disagree. It definitely, parents always check your kids' candy. Always, you have
people put fucking razor blades and shit in.
Yeah, you gotta
it's crazy.
It's scary shit going on.
I will say, like, obviously now it's not as big of a deal, but when you're a kid and you're getting ready to go trick-or-treating, like, you are hyped up.
It's hype. You like, oh, I've been working on this costume. You're about to get some free candy. Like, it's
from
the best time.
Every house in town, you know, so...
What was the oldest age you were when you stopped trick-or-treating?
Yeah, I was thinking about this the other day. I don't know, but I feel like if I were to set a cutoff, the oldest should be 8th grade.
I think I was just about to say, I think the last time I trick-or-treated, I was like a freshman. So I was like freshman, 13, 14 at most.
Yeah.
13, 14, I think is a fine. I think 15 is probably like,
15, you may not trick-or-treat.
Yeah, you may not cut it off.
14, okay. But anything more than that,
Yeah.
That's a good cutoff right there for me.
Yeah, I think like 12, 13, 14. So 13 was, hey, Halloween 13.
13, lucky number 13.
Lucky number 13 makes sense.
If you're 14's even pushing it, 13 is good.
Yeah, I think at most.
Get out your system,
Yeah.
and then
8th grade, freshman year is not a bad time to.
yeah,
quit
and
it.
then
You
once
know
you're
what I mean?
once you're in high school, it's like you still go out on Halloween, but you're like
It's different. It's a different type of Halloween.
yeah, you got the eggs, you got the toilet paper, you got the shaving cream.
That's one, and then as you go, the next step, you go to parties.
Yeah,
and
parties.
Girls dress a little different. You know what I'm saying?
Guys dress a little different too.
Yeah, but with guys, it's like the Pope or like a blow up alien that's grabbing you. Girls, it's like, oh, who are you being? Oh, I'm being Stregonana, and then you see her and she's like topless.
She's wearing a belt as a shirt.
She's wearing a belt as a shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, whatever works. Honestly, like I'm a big fan of like when you can tell someone puts in the time and effort to a costume.
I'm
That's
holiday
awesome.
respecter.
No, that's awesome.
So like when people do the makeup, they legit do the character. I love that shit. I love when they go all out for it.
It's like my sister a few years back. She's very artistic. She's actually walking in right now, I think.
Let's go.
Shout out Queen D.
Shout out Queen D.
But yeah, she's very artistic. She's a artistic visionary, I would say.
AV.
AV. But yeah, a few years back, she went as the Titanic, like the ship.
Wow.
And her friend,
How did that work?
she made it completely out of cardboard, and it was amazing.
That's interesting.
And her friend was the iceberg.
Was the iceberg? Damn,
Yeah.
that's a fucking great one.
Both were
Damn.
homemade. Both were.
Why not think of that?
Both were amazing. Both were amazing.
That's dope. No, I love that. That's a great idea. Yeah, my sister and her friend dressed up as girl dinner. This new trend going around. Have you heard
Oh
of
yeah,
it?
girl dinner.
Girl
yeah.
dinner or girl breakfast. Or
It's like what?
hot girl shit, whatever it is.
An ice cube and like a pudding cup or something. I don't know.
So yeah, it's like always something ridiculous. But they just went as like a McDonald's French fry and like a Coke. So my sister
Okay.
made cardboard McDonald's French fry cup, and then she bought a bunch of yellow pool noodles and like cut them to look like
French fries.
like French fries.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
It
creative.
was actually very creative costume. I thought I'd give her a 10 out of 10.
Hell yeah.
They really put a lot of work into their costumes. It was cool. It was
Yeah,
fun.
you have to you have to tip the cap to anyone putting that work into a costume, into that look. It's what the holiday is all about to me,
Go all out. Fuck it.
It's awesome.
What else you gonna do?
It's awesome.
People that are like too pretentious or feel like, oh, dressing up is so stupid. Like, shut up, dude. Just fucking wear something. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
No, exactly.
that's the only thing I didn't like about Jim's character in The Office was that he thought like dressing up was stupid. But then he ended up doing something funny where he put like 3 holes on him and he goes, I'm 3-hole punched Jim.
Yeah, I mean,
So then he partakes and it's funny. And
exactly.
Jim's the fucking
No matter how against it he was, he still
partook.
partook. He still wore a costume.
Yes.
That classifies as costume. You know?
Oh man, The Office is such a great show. I've been wanting to rewatch that show. Maybe we
do
react to
the
it.
Bice react. Maybe
Oh shit.
we gotta react to something we haven't seen before though, or that you haven't seen before.
Well, yeah, you haven't seen The Office. Well, the
I've
whole
seen.
point is for me to put you on game.
That's true, but is it
I mean,
is it really a reaction if you're not reacting?
It would be cool to like for both of us to be raw reaction instead of just you raw reaction. But like I've been on my grind lately, as you know.
You did invent television, movies, and music, so it's hard.
anything,
It's hard to get any show past you that you haven't seen.
I've seen mainly I haven't seen Breaking Bad.
Me neither.
Damn, that'd be a fucking good one.
That could be a good one. That could be. I've heard.
That's been on
great
my
things.
list. That's been on my list. Everyone loves it. I also haven't seen Walking Dead. Hey, well.
I've seen a little bit of Walking Dead, but not enough to be.
So
like,
Breaking Bad, we'll save for the reactions. I hope you guys are watching the reactions. I hope you guys are liking them. Oh well, we just dropped one. So
yeah, tune in.
Tune into The Boys season 1. Yeah, we're gonna bang those seasons out. It's a great show.
Great show. I like it. I love it.
Yeah. So we're gonna get after that on our reaction grind. I've been thinking a lot lately about this is a crazy
Segue.
conversation turn, but I was thinking about a lot like think about like what was this goes for anywhere, but like just say where we're at right now. What was this place 4,000 years ago?
Woods.
Or at any like time point, right? You know what I mean? Like,
no, that is
imagine what it was before we were, we took it over, essentially, right?
Right. Yeah, no.
You ever think about that?
That thought has crossed my mind, not for a while though. So thank you for putting me back on game. But that is a crazy thought because majority of the places you are 4,000 years ago, majority of the spots it's gonna be woods or just wildlife, uninhabited.
Definitely wildlife. But that's the thing is like what. I mean, 4,000 years ago, there was definitely humans, just lesser evolved for sure. Like, do you think like they didn't speak like English? Like, what do you think they spoke? Like, what do you think they were doing? Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
that's some things I just think about.
I guess like if we're looking at the clock, what's it called? The periodical clock of human life.
Yeah, just our career on Earth.
Like human history goes back to what?
Well,
2,000, like 2,000 years, like year zero. Well, because
I would say like 10,000 years ago there was human life. Because think about when like Egyptians and
like BC, like all that time before Christ.
Yes.
Because the year starts. The first year ever was like when he died.
Something like that.
I think.
I forget how the annual clock works.
But regardless, yeah, I think I have heard that before. Like 10,000 years is human history.
Does BC actually stand for before Christ?
Yeah, and then AD
is Anno Domini.
Yeah, is not after death. It is.
It's not after death.
Oh wait, no, because AD is after he's born. So year 1 is when he's born, not dies. So he dies year 32, because he died when he was 32, or something like that.
Is that true? I forget. You're probably right. I just know it means Anno Domini, which in Latin I think means like new age or something.
Yeah.
Something like that. I don't know. I don't speak Latin. This is just something I learned in history class.
Yeah.
Weird. I don't know. Why do I remember that? I swear I'm just like autistic sometimes.
Hey, you took something away from school. That's more than some people can say.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't hard to like remember a lot of the stuff that they like had going for us. It was just like, was I in the mind state to perceive it? You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because like they'll teach you a lot of shit.
Yeah,
like
there will be a lot of stuff.
Will you retain it? Will you truly understand it? That's like a big problem, in my opinion, with schooling and education in general. Is like you can be taught things. Like a lot of shit is learned. Behavior is learned. Like everything is learned.
Everything's
nature
learned.
Versus nurture, right? Nurturing is the most important thing. But like, how are you being nurtured? Like, are you being forced to learn this shit so you're just stressed out that you're not going to pass, or like are you learning this shit because you genuinely like it and genuinely want to know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, because the teacher can put up a PowerPoint of anything and say, "Oh, I taught them this today," but like you said,
who really learned?
Who really learned? Who paid attention?
Are we really reaching kids?
Are we really reaching anyone? So
you think we do, T-Beck?
I think we've talked about it before. You know, the education system. There's definitely some flaws to it. It's not perfect.
Means.
It's not perfect, but I do think that it's a lot of good that comes from it. It's a lot of developing like social skills. I agree. Just developing like you figure out how you learn. Like some people don't learn good in school, but they're never going to know that if they don't go to school. And
yeah, I mean, I think it's more so what they're teaching you and how they teach you. Because there are a lot of things that I wasn't taught that I wish I was taught.
That should be taught in schools.
That should be taught.
Like real life things. Like obviously
things that made my life easier.
Exactly. Like we don't need to know about like
I just need life hacks. I don't need
the war of 1211, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like I think it's important to learn history, but
It
like,
is. It is important.
I think it's more important for me to like recognize how to live life before I learn all that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree.
And like I think it's also important to learn arithmetic and math skills. Like people that say like, "Oh, I don't need to learn Pythagorean theorem," like that's stupid. Like I get what you're saying, but like just knowing that makes you more of an educated person. There's nothing wrong with being more educated. I agree. Like there's nothing wrong with understanding.
Yeah, the more you
that
know
stuff, the more you know.
What I mean?
But it's just like, again, like I said,
It's definitely gonna come.
I can learn that later on.
Exactly. You can learn that. Like if you want
after I figured out everything else.
Right. If you want to major in math in college or something, like that's
Run a casino.
right. Like that's what you could do.
Learn how to count cards.
Yeah. I mean, I also think it's based on like specific teachers, like the way they teach. Like I'm sure you had it, teachers that you loved, teachers that you hated.
Yep, for sure.
And the teachers that you hated, I'm sure you didn't learn a thing from.
Nope.
Teachers that you love, I'm sure you remember a lot more.
Yes, I agree. Like I would still pass the classes with teachers I didn't like, especially because that's your motivation is, all right, I need to get the fuck out of this class.
Right. That's you don't want to retake.
But
it.
I was just like, yeah, you're just so defiant at that age, and like when someone pisses you off, you're just like, fuck this person. I'm never gonna need this person in my life. Like,
right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like whatever they taught you, it's like, all right, in one ear out the other. Just learn it for the test. Get a good grade. Stick it in their fucking mug and bounce. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that's the thing. Like, even if it's a teacher you don't like, that in itself is a good learning experience. You learn to deal with people you don't like because
that's true too.
You're gonna come across those people every step of the way in life, and there's no avoiding it. Yes. So either you learn how to deal with them the right way, and just respect them, respect their opinions, but when it comes down to it, like you're gonna keep it pushing and do your own thing.
Yeah. No, you're right. I think school in general puts you in positions to socialize and interact, and I think that's important.
We talked about
denying that. Yeah, like homeschooling versus
right
public school, or not just any type of schooling. I do like that aspect of being able to socialize with different kids that are different from you, that have different perspectives than you. But I do like the idea of a homeschooling in the sense of, for a fact, like exactly what your kid can and will learn. And so it just really comes down to the parents of like, how well are you preparing them? Because, not that parents can't home teach well. I think you just got to make sure that what you're teaching them is important and vital, and the way that they absorb it is being
right.
absorbed.
And you have to make sure that they're getting social interaction. Obviously it's not from school.
Gotta get
it's
it from
important to get
else.
it from somewhere else, whether it be sports, music,
correct,
you name it. Like whatever it is, it's important for kids especially, but anyone to have that, like a certain amount of socializing, because without it, like you're just gonna this is what we also talked about with Delaire, how like the new age of everyone's online, everyone's just has their own personality online. They're never like talking to anyone in person, and that is, in my opinion, is bad for society.
Oh yeah, I mean we've been on this.
So that's also like if you're gonna homeschool, you gotta keep that in mind, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, you can still get kids into sports or other extracurricular stuff without going to a public school. There's still other ways to be active in your community without all that stuff.
Yep, exactly.
I just think, schools are just a weird place right now. We got to be able to adapt and change the life that we live now, because the life that we live now is definitely different than when normal schooling was at its peak. So
right now, like we said, everything's online, and that applies to schools as well.
No more snow days, T. How do we feel about that, dude?
Is that true?
You can do Zoom.
You can do Zoom.
So technically you still have school, but like you're home. So like yeah, you technically have snow days, but like you gotta sit in front of the screen for however long they do Zoom classes for. In middle
Yo,
school.
that's
Like-
crazy.
Like obviously, I understand how Zoom classes work for
Brutal.
college because college classes are only like an hour to an hour 30, or like
Right.
2 hours if it's an extra long period class.
Right, just
But,
hop
like,
on the Zoom.
Hop on a Zoom for 2 hours. That's it. Go to the next class. But how does that work for an elementary schooler that only has one teacher?
Yeah.
You're with them for I just forget how it works, and especially how it works for Zoom. Do you know?
Yeah. No, I have no idea. I didn't even know that was a thing, if I'm being honest. Like, no snow days. But since you mentioned Zoom, like, it makes perfect sense. But I also do, like,
Zoom.
there's bright side to everything.
Yeah.
Silver lining, you don't have to add those days at the end of the year.
Right,
Remember?
exactly.
Remember that?
Doing
that?
the extra days at the end of the year did suck because you wouldn't get out to like June 30th.
Right,
And it's
exactly.
like, what the fuck?
But there's nothing like a good snow day. Like, you out playing in the snow with the boys.
That's what I mean. Yeah, being able to do the shit you want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's a big thing I feel like in life is like we don't get to do the shit we don't like we want to do. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that's why COVID was pretty cool for the time it was, because you could just, no one worked, everyone was just chilling at home, and you could just go out and skate with the boys and actually do what you want to do. Like, no wonder why no one wants to work, because working sucks.
Right. Everyone got a taste of, quarantine life, and
we were like,
some
this is a
people-
way better life. We can just do whatever the fuck we want.
some people never went back.
Some people still work from home. You know what I mean?
Some people still work from home. Some people, it completely changed their lives. Obviously, COVID itself is a terrible thing, but what came from it, I think, was in a way good for society as a whole.
Definitely.
Because it kind of like slowed the world down. Like, everyone just like
for sure.
relax, take a load off, and just, it was kind of like people took the time to self-reflect, and we see it with our boy Mike Laws. Without COVID, who knows where he'd be? He wouldn't be, he said himself, he wouldn't be on YouTube. The likelihood of that happening, very low. But with that time that he had to himself,
I think it was meant for him. He would have found a way, but you're right. Like,
I mean, yeah,
quarantine time gave him the opportunity to chase that. You know what I mean?
exactly. Like you said,
He was meant for great
it was in his coding to be just he's meant for more.
He was on his path for sure.
Exactly. But because he had always talked about it, making YouTube, doing this, doing that. But but I'm sure his story is not a unique one, where a lot of other people, started a side hustle that became their own business during COVID. It gave people that sort of opportunity,
Yeah, I think, like I said, it was just cool to not have to, no one telling you where to be, when to be there, how to get there, how to do it. No one controlling you.
Right. Exactly.
You just could do what you wanted to do.
Do as you please.
Genuinely do as you please, and genuinely chase after the things you wanted. And like, I don't know why that's not encouraged enough. Like, of course, we need doctors in life. We need lawyers. We need fucking all these people. So it's important to have these institutions that can keep creating those, because we'll always need that.
Absolutely.
But like, what if I want to do something different? What if I want to do something completely out of here? I'm just outcast for it because I don't fit inside the norm. That's what a lot of kids that in schools, when they don't fit inside a certain blanket, everyone's, he's a problem child. You know what I mean?
Right.
Everyone just kind of writes you off. And I think that's just like, what if it's like, stop writing each other off? What if that people just want to do different things? Not everyone is supposed to fit in what you think is, a social norm. Because at the end of the day, everything is a construct. Everything is
a construct.
like, there's no one right way of doing anything. So like, why do we like make people feel bad or make people feel as if that they need to do it one right way? You know what I mean?
It's kind of it. I mean, it all goes back to whoever's in charge, because whoever's in charge has society that way to control us ultimately. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Like, school is set up in a certain way where it, like you said, people are outcasted if they're not good in school, if they kind of are problem childs, or they're not cooperating. But people forget, if you're not cooperating doesn't mean you're a bad kid. It just means you learn differently and you're meant for other things, And
Yeah.
I feel like ultimately most people discover that and find their own path, but it doesn't come without the struggle of being outcasted at a young age.
Facts.
Which
I just died right there.
Which we don't need. We could keep that out of schools.
No, and I am a fan of the sometimes you gotta go through struggle. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta get a little tough love. Sometimes it's just what you need. It's something that lights a fire up under you. It's something that gets you going a little bit, that gets the gears turning. Makes you more passionate, I think. You know what I mean? Like, that's why, like, bullying, obviously, like, I'm not advocating for any type of harsh bullying, but I feel like a little light bullying it's helpful to a kid. You know what I mean? Like, I was pretty harshly bullied as a kid, and obviously those moments were tough, but, like, those moments made me kind of realize, like, okay, like, I don't like these certain things about myself. I'm going to go change those things.
Yeah, I think there's definitely a place for constructive bullying.
Thank you.
Where, like, that's another thing, going back to, like, the homeschooling argument. If you're, like, those social interactions, like, some people need bullying just to, like, realize, like, what you're doing is stupid, or what you're doing is just, like annoying, or, like, you shouldn't do that in society.
It makes you kind of just, like, it's a form of perception. Some people looks at it, like, someone looks at it differently than you.
Right.
And it may be harsh, but it could be the thing you needed to hear. You know what I mean? That could have been the thing you needed to kind of recognize. Like, that was it kind of for me. Like, I was a big kid when I was younger, and I was super insecure about it. And, like, not that, like, I didn't even need to be. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with being a little heavy set, little, whatever. There's nothing wrong with, we all come in all different shapes and sizes. There's nothing wrong with it. But it came down to, like, a big health proponent for me. Like, I was, like, diabetic. It was, like, bad. So, like, I needed to, like, fix it. Obviously, that was one thing. Other than that, it was the insecurities, how I looked, how I felt, like, how I viewed myself. And I could see that, like, since I didn't view myself in a good light, other people, why would I expect anybody else to? You know what I mean? And
Preach to me.
And so when I did get bullied for things like that, that's, like, kind of what made me realize, like, okay, like, I got to make a change. I got to do something different. Like, it was kind of weird, like, when I went to doctors and they were like, oh, like, you're overweight, you need to lose weight, all this stuff. No one, like, really, like, ever, like, taught me how. They always just say, like,
they're like, lose weight.
They always just say,
like, dude, I'm 12. Like, how?
Yeah,
what are you talking
just
about?
Just lose weight. Like, either just eat less, exercise more, just lose weight. They don't really, like, tell you how. Or, I mean, I would hope nowadays doctors are pushing alternatives elsewhere to help people, because I think exercise can help a lot of ailments. So I hope their doctors can point to certain coaches or things like that. But yeah, as a kid, that wasn't offered to me. Like, I just kind of, like, intuitively felt that I didn't like the way I look in my lifestyle, and I wanted to change that. How? I don't know. I just knew I wanted to change it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know what steps I was going to take because I didn't know how to begin. But I just, like, knew I wanted to do it, and I got to begin somewhere.
Yeah. And look at you now.
And so now, just, like, been in the gym for, like,
shredded out of his mind.
Not shredded out of my mind. But just, yeah, I've been training consistently for almost 10 years now, and, like,
huge lifestyle change.
Like, legit.
And you can see the results speak for themselves.
Yeah,
ladies and gentlemen.
Sure. It's just a day in, day out grind. It's not
the camera doesn't do it justice. This man is really like that.
This man is like that.
Nah,
this guy,
not at all.
Collegiate. But no, speaking of that, what got me into, like, really getting back to the grind was sports. I was like, okay, like sports are a good way to get active, get in shape, be around people, have a good time, and
Hell yeah.
like not even like really like knowing that I was gonna do this. It just kind of happened to me, and it worked out for the best. You know what I mean? And like you said, like look at us now. It's just like everything that happened needed to happen. You're right where you're supposed to be for me to be to where I'm at now. So
you're always right where you're supposed to be.
So
No matter how bad it is, like you said, you need those experiences to make you to grow and to make you who you ultimately will become.
Are meant to be. Yeah.
Who you're meant to be.
Exactly.
Yes.
100%. And that's why, like, in my case, like, speaking anecdotally, you know, I can only speak for myself. I can't speak for others or, you know, anything like that. That's why I just, like, say I think bullying is somewhat important. It can play a vital role in certain people's lives because some people kind of just need that push. Like, I, like, need guidance. You know what I mean? Like, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Like, that is, like, it's kind of weird.
I feel like everyone does, you know, in a way.
Definitely.
Like, everyone needs someone to steer them in the right direction. Because imagine like you lived on your own. You do it on your own,
you're going to fuck it up, dude.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with fucking it up. Sometimes you got to fuck it up to figure it out.
That's the thing. No one knows everything. No one knows everything, and you will never know everything. So you're always trying to learn from others. Like, that's what life is, basically, because you interact with everyone, and every interaction you have is a chance to learn something. And because they have such a different perspective and knowledge, they're guaranteed that everyone you see is going to know something that you don't. So you can learn from anyone at any time.
100%.
If you want to, if you dig for it.
Yes. Because, like, for me, what I was saying, like, when I mean that I don't have any shame in, like, needing guidance, I meant that, like, there's no shame in asking for help.
Exactly.
There's no shame in being transparent and, like, being like, hey, like, I don't like this about myself. I don't like that I do this. Like, I need a path. I need you to show me what to do so I don't do this anymore.
Yeah.
And I feel like people don't say it with their chest like that nowadays. People are, like, very shy and timid about their problems and how to approach it. It's like, dude, just say it. Say it with your chest. Like, say, hey, I don't like this and that, and I want to change this, and that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Say it with your chest. Don't hide. Don't feel like you need to, like, be yourself. That's
a
big part of it. Like, if you feel like something's not right, like, if you feel like you're unhealthy, you don't like the way you look, but you don't know where to begin, you know how to start, like, ask for help. Say, hey, I want to do this. And, like, if someone's like,
ask like the most jacked, ripped guy you know.
Ask anyone.
You know what I mean?
Like, ask anyone. Maybe some people that you might not think might not have an answer might have the answer.
That's true. You're
ask
so
anyone.
right.
Literally anyone.
Ask someone you trust.
Do good for people. You know, that's a good thing. Bro. So, like, when I mean that I need guidance, I just, like, if you feel like unsure of yourself, don't know what to do, don't know where to go, just don't be afraid to ask for help. Like, that was me. Like, I was, like, a type of person that, like, maybe it was too prideful, maybe it was, you know, insecurity, that where I didn't want to ask people for help. You know what I mean? I think, like, that was kind of what made me not want to ask for help. But I knew I needed guidance. I knew, like, I had no idea what the fuck I was doing. It's like, you threw me out in the water to swim, and I didn't know how to swim. So, like, I needed guidance. I needed someone to teach me, or else I was going to drown. You know what I mean? And a lot of it, you know, was sink or swim. No one there to teach you.
Right.
You know, a lot of it, like, a majority of it, no one taught me anything. Like, there was very little coaching in my life. You know what I mean? And
you just been grinding.
And part of just, again, me not asking for help and me not approaching for whatever reasons, or because it just, like, wasn't there. It wasn't there to be offered.
Right.
You know, it was a little bit of both. So it was hard. You know, that's when you're dealt a bad hand. But, like, that's where everything else that occurred, like we said, you're right where you're supposed to be. Everything else that occurred happened to bring me to where I'm at now. You know what I mean? It grows you, like, those things, like, again, comes full circle. Everything that occurs to you happens to you to become the person you're meant to be. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Like,
and it comes at different times.
Everything happens for a reason. And like you said, like you just said, it comes at different times. So you see,
it could happen early to you, and you don't find out till
Chief
later
Keef.
on.
Chief Keef blows up when he's, what, 16, 17?
Dude, he was crazy young, huh? That is crazy. He was like 18 when he dropped Sosa. Or
Yes, he was like
hold on.
he was like triple platinum when he was 16 or something crazy.
We gotta look this up now.
Like,
Shout Sosa, by the way.
yeah, big shout Sosa. Chief Keef 16 blows up, or 18, whatever he was. But then you look at someone like I don't even know.
So yes, like Taylor Swift, 15.
Taylor
Crazy
Swift,
blow up,
15.
you know what I mean?
Bieber 15.
Young.
But then you look at like, I don't know, Kyle Duggar.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about how like the guy that played Magneto in X-Men and played Gandalf in Lord of the Rings didn't become famous until he was like 60.
Yes.
Like he started
Yes.
playing those huge acting
Exactly.
roles, but only when he was like 60.
Exactly.
Like, the age where he needed to be to play those characters.
He blows up when he's 60.
Blows up when he's fucking 60. All right, so Finally Rich came out in 2012, which is crazy. Think about that's 11 years ago. And how old was he? Hold on.
Oh yeah. Easy one, football example. Lamar Jackson was the youngest person to ever win the Heisman. But then he was the youngest drafted player.
Chief Keef was 17 when he dropped that album.
That's
So-
tough.
And that's the album that has Love Sosa, I Don't Like, Hate Being Sober, all the fucking bangers. 300 with a Rick Rouse. Fucking bangers. Damn, imagine being 17 and having a banger with 50 Cent.
That's
Damn,
so
dude,
tough.
That's tough. Sosa was different, man. What's so crazy is we were in like 8th grade when this album came out.
Yeah, so we thought he was like
And we were like,
the same age as everyone.
Dude, that was a great time. That was like when Mac Miller was blowing up too, and he was like young. That's so crazy. A lot of those kids, those generations, were just fucking turned out to be gods.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. Chief Keef has a ton of discography.
These bitches love so, oh, and they know it. Fuck it.
That might be his peak too, low key.
Has he dropped anything since?
He dropped an album this year.
Was it tough?
I didn't listen to it yet. Oh, it hasn't dropped it yet. It's coming soon. December 15th.
Okay.
His last album was
Yo, we should listen to
2021.
he freestyles on Sway in the morning. It's only
Throw it up.
a
throw it
minute
up.
35 though.
But whatever. I want to get back to. I just want to wrap up that talk about getting back to guidance. I think it comes down to guidance in life. You know, it's all about teaching, coaching, like again, nurture. Because nature, you can't. There's nothing you can do about nature. Whatever your nature is, that's around you. That's what's around you. You gotta adapt to that. That's on a different level, biologically, whatever it is. You gotta adapt to that the way you do. The nurture part, though, is how you are developed through that, right? It's everything that you're going to become, like mentally, right?
Yeah.
And they say that I think the ages from like 1 to 7 are like the most important in a kid's life. Like that foundation of those 7 years is like who you're legit going to become.
Yeah,
You know?
bro. Legit.
So like if those 7 years you don't have the proper guidance, the coaching, the teaching that you need, like that's going to form you into becoming a good person. You know, you're going to struggle. You know what I mean? If you don't have that
I
guidance,
agree. You need guidance in life.
you
Like,
need guidance in life.
you're never gonna know anything, and especially at a young age, you know literally nothing.
Yes, absolutely. You know,
So,
negative.
yeah,
You legit owe shit. That's how much
you owe shit.
you owe shit. But yeah, when I said that, it comes to people at different times. It kind of hit me like a little later in life. I feel like it took a long time for it to develop. How to like fuck up continuously to get it. But
Yeah,
hey, and that's okay.
And that's okay. Everyone has a
Because
different path.
when I'm 60, I could be like the guy that plays fucking Magneto from X-Men.
And you will be.
And you will be. You know what I mean? So that is like a really cool thought. Like a big one I like to talk about is you know who Glover Teixeira is?
Yeah.
He's ex UFC light heavyweight champ.
Yeah, GOAT.
Goat, absolute goat, Brazilian guy, fucking beast in the ring, in the octagon. He was 42 when he first won the fucking belt for light heavyweight.
Yeah.
42-year-old man fighting
Wild.
in MMA, UFC. Took him 42 years to get to be the best in the world.
But I bet you it felt better than Chief Keef at 17.
But I bet whatever, if it was at
Way
17, if it like Mike Tyson becoming the youngest heavyweight champ of all time at like fucking what, 20?
Yeah, something like that.
That is like a crazy fucking achievement, and I bet Glover felt the same exact way at 42. Because who gives a fuck? It's like the whole thing about like, do you remember E.T., the hip hop preacher, the guy that said, you know, when you want
Eric Thomas. Yeah.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful.
Yes, sir.
That guy, which is facts. That is the most facts things in the world. We'll talk about that. That's a good thing to talk about in a second. But there was something he said about in that same speech where it's like it took him 12 years to get his bachelor's degree.
Yeah.
And he said that like if it took you 4 and it took me 12, like that don't show up nowhere. No one asks you that.
Oh.
They just see that. They just ask you for it.
Yeah.
They don't look at the dates. They just say, "Can we see your degree?"
Right.
And he was like, "So if it took you 4 and it took me 12, no one knows the difference." And that's facts. Like, if it took fucking Gandalf 60 years, but it took fucking Taylor Swift fucking 10 years, like, whatever.
Right.
It's when it's meant for you, it's meant for you. When it's gonna happen, it's gonna happen to you.
Big shouts to Gandalf, by the way.
Big shouts. That's all I'm saying though is like,
come on the pod.
Oprah Winfrey, dude, was told at 24. I think she was fired at 24 that she'll never be on television.
Yeah, but then she became the GOAT.
And then blows up later in life. Like, it's just like, it's going to happen for you when it happens for you.
Look at Michael Jordan. He played JV as a freshman.
Definitely. Like, when it comes down to like, the physical aspect, though, that's when certain factors change a little bit. That's where it comes in. How, like, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful, right?
Yes.
So there are things where, like, Michael Jordan was destined for greatness, no matter what. It's like the JID thing, right? He was playing D1 college ball, maybe possible chance going pro. Didn't work out, did music. It's like that, right?
Yes, sir.
I think Michael Jordan was just one of those guys that was always meant for greatness. You know, he's clearly given God-given talent, so he was always meant for that. But then it was the part, how bad do you want to succeed? How hard are you willing to work? And he was also the guy that...
He was a GOAT of hard work.
Hard work. Absolute fucking grinder. Like, played MLB and NBA. Like, one of the only athletes to ever do, like, 2 professional sports. And, and doing well. Being the GOAT in one and doing well in the other. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't say well.
But like did it. He could do it. He could do it.
He was in the minors though, is the thing.
Was it the minors?
Yeah.
No way.
And he struggled.
Damn.
But
that sucks.
But dude, because guess what? He's not a baseball player. He's the greatest basketball, arguably the greatest. I would argue Bill Russell, but it's a different story.
Wasn't A.J. Brown thinking about doing that too? Didn't I see that recently? He was hitting fucking moonshots. And some team was like, dude, you can play for us whenever you want.
Football to baseball is easier than basketball to baseball, in my opinion.
Well, I just feel like a lot of people that play football also play baseball. It's very common.
Yes.
Pitchers, you know, QBs, catchers, linemen. Like, it's just classic. It's just classic. Like, they fit, dude. They just fit. Tell me, Matty Murk, auto. But Matty Murk can do it all, too.
Matty Murk was the greatest baseball player of all time.
Like, the GOAT baseball
Michael
player.
Jordan's the GOAT in basketball.
Murk is the GOAT of baseball.
Murk is the GOAT of baseball. People forget. But they don't because he was that good.
Yeah, exactly. People just don't know it.
But, yeah, he just combined his baseball knowledge with his hand-eye coordination, and it was over.
Yeah. No, but to get back to, talking about Michael Jordan having, like, the grind aspect to it, that was the part that made him the champ, right? How hard you're willing to work. Like, Same thing with Kobe, the Mamba mentality. Like, yeah, you can be God-given this shit, but, like, a lot of people are God-given shit that they don't utilize, that they just waste.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They just don't try. So, like, you still have to have that grind aspect. You know, I would like to say, like, if I were to think of myself in that category, I would think I'm the opposite. I wasn't really God-given anything, but I just had the grind mentality.
Bro,
Just
yeah.
put my fucking head down and just do it.
That's
Just
the
fucking
thing,
shut up
though.
and do it. Just fucking do it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. If we've been saying it, it's not about where you start. No matter where you start, the hardest worker is going to finish on top,
I agree.
regardless of where you start.
I agree.
So I mean, it's one of those things is the proof is in the pudding. So you have to put the work in. You got to make the pudding to show the proof.
It's like The Rock too. The Rock was trying to play college ball, and then he got injured, and then that didn't work out. But then he became a fucking GOAT WWE wrestler of all time.
Yeah, he was in the CFL.
Was it CFL?
CFL, yeah.
No way. Damn, that's pretty good then.
Yeah, and now he's got his own brand, and it's popping off crazy.
Yeah, now he has his own. He has the XFL. He's got the XFL now.
Right.
That is so fucking crazy. Did you watch any of those?
He couldn't play in the league, so he made a league that he would have played in.
Yeah, 100%. Nah, but like, why wouldn't you want that guy?
Hey, that's good football. I will say it's still good football.
That guy's a beast. I don't know why you wouldn't want The Rock on your team.
Yeah, he's got the traveling gym. So everywhere he travels, he sets up a full gym.
A little too old now, but like
he still does all that.
But we're looking at peak Rock in WWE when he was in his like late 20s.
But dude, he looks better now.
Yeah, he looks better now.
Like
bodybuilding wise,
physique
wise, aesthetic wise, yeah. But I don't know. He's like, I don't know. His joints don't got it. But I mean, if you're James Harrison, how old is he?
He gotta be pushing 40.
I feel like he's a little older now. He might be 50. Look it up.
No way. He's younger
James
than
Harrison
Brady.
Might be 50.
He's younger than Brady.
That's cap.
Brady's 46 or something.
He's not younger than Brady. Don't lie to me. He played with Brady. We were on the same team.
Yeah, he's younger than Brady. He's a D-end. He didn't play as long as Brady, obviously.
No. Look it up.
What are you saying the over-under at?
I think over-under 48. I think he's 48. 47,
No.
48.
Under. I'm taking the under.
I'm taking the over. Because I feel like the last time I looked this up, he was 42.
45.
Damn. Fuck. Shit. I suck.
All right, Tom.
We're both wrong. I thought he was 50. You thought he was 40. We're right in the middle. All balance as things should be.
That's true.
Tom's like 42.
So next time we guess on... No, Tom's 46, 47.
No way. Is he?
Next time we guess an age, we just have to...
You gotta make a bet.
Yeah. 46.
Damn, really? Why did I think he was younger?
Well, he said he wanted to play till he's 50, and he did.
You think he got out at the right time?
45, sorry, not 50. 45.
I think he got out at the right time.
Yeah, I do.
I mean, the Ghost always ended on a fucking championship ring, but like, he kind of did the year before, you know?
Yeah, he
won it the year before with a different team, went back, made it far in the playoffs, unfortunately got, and that game was a shootout. Like, he came back. He legit had like 2 minutes left, scored, and then they came back with, was it the Rams? Yeah, that was the Rams one.
The Rams.
Coop Cup was just booty butt naked and walked in the fucking end zone. I remember this now because that's what kept Brady out. It was like a 1 minute fucking Hail Mary TD to Cooper Cup, who was legit the Flash last year. Meep. Just always open. He was 7-11 last year.
Yeah,
always open.
He's always 7-11.
He was always open,
when he's
dude.
healthy.
Not last year, the year before. He was fucking always open, dude.
But yeah, dude, Tom Brady, GOAT. All right, who's your 4 GOATs? Hockey is undeniably Wayne
Like
Gretzky.
overall goats,
Yeah.
like specifically, or for
Four
the-
major sports.
4 major sports, who the
Four
goats for all of them. Gretzky like has all the stats, has all the numbers, and
Yeah.
he's still doing it.
And he like doubles everyone. He doubles any stat that he has is twice
Doesn't he
as
have
much
the most
as number
goals
2.
scored?
Yes, by like
Like a lot.
dude, look at these fucking stats. I think they're absurd.
I'm pretty sure he has the most goals. I'm not too qualified on hockey, but I know everyone knows Gretzky. I'm all about my goals, like Ovechkin. Is that a Drake bar? Does he shout out Ovechkin or Gretzky?
Ovechkin sounds right.
I feel like, yeah. Ovi. He calls him Ovi.
He had 894
Ovechkin's probably another
goals.
goat in hockey.
Yeah, no, he is.
Wait, how many goals does he have?
894 goals. Okay.
He has 4 Stanley Cups.
Stats
Damn.
comparison.
That's tough, dude. You see all the trophies he had?
Yeah, it was absurd.
Yeah,
I should have read them all.
It was like 10 trophies, 8 trophies, 7, and then 4 Stanley Cups. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's probably the definitive GOAT. Basketball. Damn. Basketball's tough, man. Because I feel like there's just different. It's hockey. Hockey has like stayed essentially for the most part the same. You know, you can still fight, except you'll go to the penalty box now. But like, it's still remained a gritty sport. Basketball nowadays, it's so different now, strictly because of the rule system.
Yeah.
That it's a different sport. Let's be honest. It's now very similar to WWE in a sense, where there's like legit characters and heel turns. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's not staged like that.
As far as we know.
As far as we know.
It appears to be like that.
Yeah, people watch it because of that.
People like the storylines.
People like the storylines.
And so basketball, I feel like there's different eras of GOATs because it's different types of game. And I feel like kind of like the same thing for baseball. Baseball is definitely very different than what it used to be, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely remained more consistent than basketball. Football has also changed a fuck ton. So that's another one. Like that's
true.
another thing where there's storylines and, you know, all that shit. It could be, I don't know if it's staged or not, but you know how that shit goes.
It's scripted.
It could be scripted. We have no idea. But speaking of football, how's the fantasy team looking?
Dude, my team. I've been big struggy.
Let's talk fantasy real quick. It has been big struggy lately. For sure. Goddamn.
Get da.
So what's your record? Tell me.
My record is 3-5. I've been struggling.
I think I'm 5-3.
I gotta make a move. A move.
You trying to trade?
No, I'm 4-4. I'm 4-4.
4-4, baby.
So, I mean, I guess I'm in the middle of the pack. Let's see. Standings. Yeah, I'm in 5th place out of 8.
Damn. So tell us about the team. Who'd you draft? You trade?
My team's name is Lamar Jamar.
Because you have Lamar and Jamar?
I have Lamar and Jamar.
That's good. Jamar kind of didn't do much in the beginning, but Jamar's nasty, and they're starting to figure out. So he's doing fine. Lamar is fine. Lamar's had some bad days, but he balls more than he doesn't. Who else you got?
Lamar Jackson, Damian Pierce, Cam Akers,
Tough.
Jamar Chase, A.J. Brown,
Nice.
Evan Ingram at tight end,
Nice.
DK Metcalf, my flex.
Nice. Yeah, he kind of sucks.
Saints defense, special teams.
Not
Mac
bad.
A kicker on the bench. Rashad White, I think his name is.
That's nice. I have to have on the bench. Why aren't you starting that guy
Jerry Jeudy. No, I'm gonna start him
over Cam Akers? That bum ass.
I think he was hurt, but now he's back. So yeah, he's projected 13. I'm gonna start him. Jerry Jeudy, Drake London,
Damn.
Trey Burks, Tua, who I've started interchangeably with Lamar.
Damn. You're stacked. I would try to
Rondale
shop those
Moore,
guys.
Zach Ertz on the IR. So you think I should trade one of my Qs?
Dude, you could get some good running backs for those guys.
I know I do need some.
Trade
some
Lamar
backs.
for fucking not Najee.
Lamar's not a running back.
Trade Lamar for fucking Bijan. Someone will take that. Bijan's kind of been slowing down, but I think he'll speed back up. So that's why someone will take that in a heartbeat. They're already low on him. They're already like, fuck Bijan, free Bijan.
Is he balling still though?
He hasn't. I think last game was the game when he
No, I need to trade him
was
for
sick.
Christian McCaffrey.
And no one said anything.
That's not gonna happen.
Lamar for CMC, I don't think would go. CMC's dirty, dude. Dude, he just came back off like an oblique tear and was just auto touch.
Hooping.
Dude, he hasn't missed a touchdown in the past 18 games. You see that?
Yeah, he tied
His
the record.
entire fucking time with the Niners, he hasn't not had a touchdown.
That's so tough.
That's so retarded, bro.
Dude, and they were like,
That's crazy.
he turned their season around so much. They were like, they had a bad record, and then they won like nine.
Dude, now they're like goated.
9 in a row,
Yeah.
and we're in the NFC Championship.
And Debo and Ayuk and Kittle. Dude, they're stacked. They're nice.
They are stacked.
And they have a sick O-line. They have a sick D-line. They have Nick Bosa, right?
Nick Bosa. Demon,
dude. Don't they have Chase Young now? Didn't they just trade for Chase Young? Because Nick Bosa and Chase Young are playing together, and they also play together in college. OSU?
Is that true?
I think so.
I didn't know that.
Dude, yeah, the Niners did trade for fucking Chase Young. That's crazy.
Let's go.
Dude, that's going to be nom.
Yeah, they're
stuff everything.
They're planning for a Super Bowl
That's
run.
better than having fucking
That's why Trent Williams was
prime
out.
Aaron Donald. Just kidding. Prime Aaron Donald was diffy.
Yeah, prime AD.
Would you rather have Nick Bosa and Chase Young or Aaron Donald?
Prime AD.
Really?
Prime
AD over both of them?
Prime AD.
Damn. That's tough. No. What are we looking up?
We had the Chief Keef freestyle. I wanted to hear that.
Oh, yeah. Let's finish off with that.
On
We're in the
Sway.
elements right now if you haven't seen, so
Yeah, we're
like my balls are in my mouth.
Hey yo.
Hey, yeah, well, pause, stop. Can we? Damn.
Stop. Pause.
We can't clip
Stop.
that. We can't clip that. Fuck.
That's gonna be a short
That's gotta be a short.
for sure.
Damn. Pause.
Pause.
Look up Chief Keef freestyle. Let's go. My balls are in my mouth.
It's only
my
a
balls
minute.
was hot.
It's only a minute 36. What do you think happens? Let's find out.
I bet he put that mic to that shit. Sway in the morning.
Sway in the morning. Shea 45. Your writing process, man. What is your writing process like? Because you just
Schoolboy Q, let's go.
Recording, like,
That's my
you
dog.
Song. What is it that you do? Like, do you come up with a hook first, or you come up with a subject matter?
Hook. With Chop, I do different stuff with like different like producers. Like with Chop, we make the beat. While we making the beat, we'll make the song. As we making it, like here you go, we make the beat, he make the intro, chorus, I record the chorus. He's still making the beat, He'll be making a verse or something, or he be add something to the chorus, or taking something out the chorus, or you know what I'm saying? And chorus, verse, intro,
Now, Keith, what's up, man?
Yeah.
Kick it written. It don't matter. Whatever you want to do, baby. Man.
Hey, lots of clothes, a big roll, so you know I'm eating. I'm smoking on this dope, bitch, I'm soul sin. I got bands in my pocket, and I know you see it. Rocking my Fendi belt, you get a Fendi beat. So some motherfucker, bitch, I'm semi-beat. Chopper took your life, and you can't see it. Ashes on my true shit, I don't like. Had to take them off, and they was all white. Hey, dude.
I like that. It's Sway in the morning.
I feel like he's not a big freestyler.
Yeah, and that's
I mean,
fine.
it's not everyone's
Not
thing.
everyone can do it off top like that. Sometimes it's a lot of work in the lab, making sure things fit right, and it's about the grind. But like, yeah,
It wasn't bad, though.
Some people just got it off top. Some people don't. It happens.
It wasn't bad by any sense of the imagination.
Yeah, I feel like Logic also isn't a really good freestyle rapper.
Good.
No, he's not a good freestyle
not
rapper.
good.
I feel like there's just like,
Oh, here's Schoolboy. It's only $250.
Same one.
Yeah, same
we'll watch that one.
interview. Schoolboy.
We'll sign out. Let's go.
No free ads.
No free
DJ Wonder, what
schmans.
we doing? All right, cool.
Q's turn. Let's go.
Yeah, Sway in the morning. Q.
Yeah.
Now, Keith, listen, man. I would love to get a verse from you, man. That would really make my day. All right?
Yeah.
You let Q go first?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Let me catch. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. Let's see.
Sway in the morning. Shade 4-5. Let's go.
Yeah. From a young man to a real nigga. Went from Angie's boy that got the block hot in December. Young member, yo, used to carry the ball. Shit, y'all remember, nigga? Yeah. Now laters and all. Shit, dollar picker, yeah. By the street lights, I ain't home. Shit, that's an issue, yeah. Yo, trash can, courts, and Buddha hunt, the nigga sporting dirty nights and ding dong ditching to the morning light. We do it like, Yo, every fucking night, trying to escape the ghetto life. Screaming my car if it's tight. We do it like, yo. Real motherfucking G's with no easy E. The sick virus lives in me. Burn this industry 3rd degree. Yeah. More than raps, cuz this is D, Crip. Yeah. Fuck Schoolboy, Puffer G. Look how they treat me now. They used to laugh when I MC. Yeah. Fig side.
Damn. Schoolboy Q.
He just went hard as fuck on
He
that
just
shit.
went hard as. Was he back?
Dude, you know what's cool is
Let's see, yeah.
let's go.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah.
This is a sick beat. The bigger the strong, you got it going on.
Yeah. He put me on blast. Fuck Sway with his punk ass. I want his dreads back. Take off his hat. Slap him with his hat. Shit, the Q is back. Fuck it, I freestyle. I'm too ill, too wild, nigga. I get 2 hoes to break down 2 black mouths and put the dope in it. Like my nigga Sosa say, Chief Keef, we might keep. Chief, what the fuck you mean, though? Figaro, 51st Street. I'm a real low, Crip gang, Hoover Street. What you know about me? A real G. Since a nigga was like 5 feet, no inches. What, bitch? You want these? What, more inches? Nah.
All right. You got one more?
You put me on blast. I have to freestyle, man.
But I like
Throw the gloves in.
That was the illest freestyle. I ain't never been shitted on, been proud about it. That was a good feeling, man. Yeah, that's a new approach right there, Q.
Yeah.
It's Sway in the morning. Only from 6:45.
Do you know what's funny? When did this come out? 2012, you said? 11 years ago? So that's 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
So
2013. No, 2012.
2012. Because one of my personal favorite albums ever by just pretty much ever
By
but
anyone?
but also by Schoolboy Q is his Oxymoron album, and that dropped in 2014 when we were like freshman or sophomore in high school.
That was a great album.
And that album was like legit like just formative for me as a kid. In high school. Like, dude, it's just like so. It's an artistic album. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, like that freestyle right there was like a lot more like gang shit, but like and Oxymoron. It was like one of those albums that like showed me that like you could be hard but like still have emotions at the same time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of like what the album is about, was like a lot of party banger, you know, hard shit, like real rap, but also like some deep introspective thinking about your mentality type of things. And I was like, damn, like it was just like really strong themes, I would say. Strong themes. And that's like, that was like same thing with Good Kid, Mad City. It was bangers, fucking ill rap shit, but also talking about your pain, you know what I mean, and your emotions. And it was like, I just like that type of work. I like that type of art. You know what I mean? That's like the best art to me. Makes me think, makes me really like listen to the words, you know? I feel like music a lot nowadays is more of a feel than more of like really understanding the art. And there's nothing wrong with that. I do like, because like there's certain music that is all based off feel, like EDM. Sometimes where there's just no lyrics. That's all just a feeling. You know, it's not something to telling you how to feel, right? Like when you have Kendrick on Swimming Pool is telling you, like, I'm an alcoholic, like, help me. And, versus, you know, a symphony or like just a rave banger. You know what I mean? It's just like, those are vibes, those are feelings. So that's like, I get that. That is part of music.
Right, it's all about.
I like the narrative
what
that people
mood
put
you're
on
in.
it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like Kendrick put a narrative, Q puts a narrative, Eminem narrative, Jay-Z narratives. All like they all had, the GOATs had all like the best storytelling. Lauryn Hill, Nas, fucking Biggie, Tupac. You know what I mean? All of them.
Hell yeah.
They really put like a narrative on shit, which is why like I put them in higher like regards. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I mean, generational artists, generational talents.
Generational talents, baby. All
Unbelievable.
right, ladies and gentlemen, it is officially too cold for my ass. So we're signing out to you guys. If you made it this far, we appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you so
T-Bag,
much.
I fucking love this combo with you, man.
Yeah,
next
great
time,
combo.
Next time when it's
Great
nicer
talk.
out, we'll go for 3.
Hell yeah.
We'll go for 5. We'll go for 12. You can do it in 9.
8.
8, 7.
6.
Patrick, shut up. But yeah, we'll get back to it. We'll get back to it. But no, this is a good time. Ty, I fucking love just doing this with you. Anything else to leave with the kiddies?
Yeah,
what can you tell the peeps out there?
Yeah, thanks for watching. Try to donate food this Thanksgiving season. Also, shout out to community dinners in our local community.
Yes, sir.
Most Blessed Sacrament. Bring food, and people in need of food go and eat home cooked meals. A bunch of people bring. It's like potluck. Most Blessed Sacrament has it.
Let's go.
All other churches in Wakefield, I believe, St. Joseph's. And I have to look up other spots.
A lot of churches do that.
A lot of churches do that, so
that is a good thing. I do respect that.
It's just like it counts.
Homeless shelters,
that's like
things like that.
That's double XP over non-perishables.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Home cooked meal. Everyone will be so thankful for that.
So yeah.
Sometimes that's like all some people need too, is just like presents. You know, just you being around, offering them some presents, offer them a hand, giving them some food. You know, sometimes that's all you need. So down and out, basic thing.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
So yeah, I agree. Let's do some good. Let's do
good.
something nice this year. Donate to a good cause. You know?
However it may be, try to do some good and spread love.
Even in like the moment to moment, day to day. Hold open the door. Tell someone that they're looking fire.
Yeah.
No one's going to say no to that,
Positivity.
baby. Positivity. Good energy. No more energy vampires. Fuck yeah. Spread some good.
Energy suns. Because the sun gives energy.
Yeah, energy radiators.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that. Do some good. Let's do some good.
Hell yeah.
No one has ever gone broke from giving, right?
Never, not once.
So I'm glad we're doing that. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back with some more reactions, some more podcasts coming your way. Just keep staying tuned, baby. Keep growing with us.
Stay tuned.
All right, let's dance this one out, y'all. So, good night, everybody.